Hello everyone. So in this video we will be designing a member of a truss welded connection. So here is the problem statement. A member of a truss consisting of a single ISA 75756 of Fe410 grade is welded to 8 mm gusset plate. Design a weld joint to transmit a load equal to full strength of the member. Use E41 electrode on all welds. Case 1, design if welding is done on 2 sides. Case 2, design if welding is done on 3 sides. So it's an angle I say 75/75/6. So I will draw the figure here. So this is the angle we have here, which is connected to a gusset plate. The gusset plate is 8 mm. This angle is ISA, so that means it is 75. This leg is also 75, and the CG of the angle, which we can take it from the steel table. If you refer steel table, it is 20.6. It is 20.6 mm CG. Okay, now if I see it from this side, it looks like this. This is the thickness of one leg which I am seeing here, which is connected to a gusset plate. It's connected to a gusset plate. So this side is 75 mm. 75 mm. Okay. So now they have not given any load here. They have asked us to design for the full strength of the member. That means we need to find the capacity of this angle, how much load it can take, and for that load we need to design the weld. That means we need to find the size of the weld and the length of the weld, and we need to provide it in the two cases which is given in the question. So now step 1, let us find the strength of the angle. So the strength of the members can be calculated by using the same formula which is given in clause number 6, that is TDG equal to AG into Fy by gamma m naught. So therefore TDG equals to AG into Fy by gamma m naught, where AG is the area of the angle, which we can get it from the steel table. You can have a look over here. So AG, that is gross area for ISA 75/75/6, is 866 mm square. Fy is 250 and gamma m naught is 1.1, partial safety factor. So substituting these values, we will get the capacity of the angle, which comes around 196.8 kilonewton. So that means this angle ISA 75/75/6 can take a load up to 196.8 kilonewton. This is the capacity. So now we have the load. So the next step, that is step 2, size of the weld. Let us finalize the size of the weld to be used. So as per IS 800, minimum size, that is minimum, we have the angle thickness is 6 mm and the gusset plate thickness is 8 mm. Both are less than 10 mm. So as from table number 21, the minimum size of the weld is 3 mm. And maximum, that is maximum size of the weld. So as per IS 800, for the rounded toe of the angle, it is 3/4 of the thickness of thinner plate, 3/4 of T. So that means 3/4 to 6, which comes around 4.5 mm. So maximum we can go for 4.5 mm and minimum we have to provide 3 mm. So let us adopt the size of the weld as 4 mm. Let me adopt this size. Okay, so now the size is over. So next, step 3, we need to find the length of the weld. So let me first find the strength of the weld, per mm length, Instead of finding out the LW, before that I will find the strength of the weld per mm length. Why, I will tell you later. Now, so therefore, strength of the weld formula we know, it is Fu by root 3 divided by gamma mw, right, into Te, that is throat thickness, which is nothing but 0.7 into S. I am not multiplying LW here because I need strength of the weld per 1 mm length. I need strength of the weld per 1 mm length. That is why I am not multiplying LW. So substituting all these values, I will get 530.236 Newton per mm. This is the strength of the weld per mm length. Fine. Now, equating the strength of the joint, to strength of the weld, equating strength of the joint to strength of the weld. Strength of the joint we know it was 196.8 equal to this formula, Fu by root 3 gamma mw into 0.7 into S, which we have 530.236 into LW. I am now I want to find the total length of the weld. I will get LW, which comes around 372 mm. Fine. So now this is the total length of the weld which we need to provide. Okay. Now let us see the cases. So as given in the question, they have asked us to provide, in the first case they have asked us to provide welding on two sides, and in the second case welding on three sides. It is an angle. Remember that it is an angle. So first case, let us provide the first case. It is case 1, welding on two sides. Okay, so welding on two sides. So we need to provide welding on two sides. Now, so we have this figure here. Okay, so we need to provide the welding on only two sides. That means this is some welding which we are doing. This is some welding which we are doing. Okay, now let me call it as L1. Let me call this as L1, and let me call it as L2. The CG of the angle is somewhere here. Okay, so on this CG, in order to make this angle concentric, the load which is coming, its capacity, that is 196.8 kilonewton, will act along the CG. This weld will take some amount of load. This weld will have some strength, right? So that I will call it as R1. This length will have some amount of strength, that I will call it as R2. Okay, remember L1 plus L2, that is L1 plus L2, total length, it has to be 372 mm. Okay, this length will have some strength, total it has to take 196.8 kilonewton of load, right? So therefore R1 plus R2 should be 196.8 kilonewton. Okay, so now I need to find the length, how much length of the weld should I have to provide at the top, how much I have to provide at the bottom, so that the load transfer is concentric and not eccentric. So for that I will apply Varignon's principle here, that is so applying Varignon's principle, this is very important, applying Varignon's principle. Okay, so let me apply Varignon's principle of moments about the heels of the angle, that is at this point, so here R1 into, let me call it as, this is 20.6, CG is 20.6, right, 20.6, so R1 into distance 75 plus R2 into 0, so R2 into 0 equals to 196.8 multiplied by this distance. Therefore 196.8 into 20.6. So solving this, I will get R1, which comes around 54.05 kilonewton. 54.05 kilonewton. So this is the strength of the weld, that is R1. This is the strength of the weld R1. We need to find L1. Okay, so R1 is nothing but strength of weld for 1 mm length, so therefore R1 is 54.05, right, it is kilonewton, so 10 into 10 raised to 3, it is for only 1 mm length, but we need to find the L1. Remember, we have calculated strength of the weld per mm length, that is 530.236 Newton per mm, right? So therefore equal to 530.236 Newton per mm into L1, right? 530.236 is the strength per 1 mm length. We need to find it for L1, that both together has to take a strength of 54.05 kilonewton. So solving this, we will get L1 as 102 mm. We know that L1 plus L2 is 372 mm, so we will get L2 as 270 mm. So these are the final answers. So these are the final answers for case 1, that is L1 is 102, L2 is 270. So this we need to show it in the form of symbol. So welding, we have to do arrow mark, L1 it is 102, size of the weld is 4 mm, right? In this way you have to show it in the form of symbol. So case 1 is over. Now let us take the second case, that is case 2, welding on 3 sides. Now see carefully here, we have this figure, I will draw it here. This total, it is 75 mm. The CG is here, which is 20.6 mm. Okay, load acting here, it is 196.8 kilonewton on the CG. Now we need to provide the welding on all the 3 sides. So I am providing welding here I am providing welding here, I am providing welding here. Let me call it as L1, as L2, and let me call it as L3. Okay, L3, length of L3 is, we know from here to here it is 75 mm. L3 is 75 mm. Now length L1 will have some strength, I will call it as R1. Okay, it has some strength, I will call it as R1. L2 will take some amount of load, that load is, I will call it as R2. L3, it will take some strength, it will come at the center in order to be concentric, so let me call it as R3. So let that be R3. So L3 will take R3 amount of load, L1 will take R1 amount of load, L2 will take R2 amount of load. Now I need to find L1 and L2. Total length LW is 372 mm. Total length is 372 mm. I need to find L1 and L2. Now again, applying Varignon's principle here. Let me apply the Varignon's principle here about the heel of the angle. So R1 at this point I am applying. So R1 into this distance 75 mm. R1 into this distance 75 mm plus R2, there is no distance here, so 0, plus R3 is acting at the center of the L3, R3 into 75 divided by 2, that is 37.5 mm. 75 divided by 2. Okay, so now equal to this load 196.8 into 20.6. This term R2 is into 0, so this will become 0. So solving this term is 0, R2 into 0, so this will be 0. There are two unknowns here, R1 and R3, right? So this is R3. R3 is what? R3 is nothing but L3 into strength of weld per mm length. So R3 is nothing but strength of the weld per mm length into L3. We know strength of the weld per mm length, it is per 1 mm it is 530.236. So for this much amount of length we can easily find L3, because L3 is known. L3 is nothing but from here to here, it is 75 mm. So R3 will be 75 into 530.236, which comes around 39.76 kilonewton. So now substituting this value of R3 in this equation, we will get R1. So therefore R1 is 34.17 kilonewton. So that means this length of the weld will take 34.17 kilonewton of load. This length of the weld will take 39.76 kilonewton of the load. Now we need to find the lengths. So now we know R1. R1 is 34.17 kilonewton. So therefore, if I take R1 equals to strength of weld per mm length, if I multiply it with L1, I will get the value of L1. So R1 is 34.17 into 10 raised to 3 equals to 530.236 into L1. So if I find it, if I solve it, I will get L1 value as 65 mm. So L1 is 65 mm. L3 is 75 mm. Total length we need to provide is 372, right? So therefore L3 will be 372 minus 65 minus 75. So we will get L2 as 232 mm. So therefore L2 will be 232 mm. So these are the final answers: L3, L1 and L2, L1 and L3. So if we provide welding in this way, the connection will be concentric. There will be no eccentricity. So this is the final answer. Here completes the problem.